Coinbase announces Coinbase Pro along with its acquisition of Paradex. Bitcoin Gold hit by a double spend as exchanges lose millions. A new Chinese TV show mentions Bolton Chain. The UN partners with Iota. Monero unveils a Layer 2 protocol, Tari. Ashton donates $4 million on behalf of XRP while on the Ellen DeGeneres show. The president of The Key is appointed chief technical specialist at the World Blockchain Organization. The DOJ opens an investigation into Bitcoin and Ethereum price manipulation. The Federal Reserve gives Bitcoin a hypothetical value of $1,800. And the markets continue to sag. We've got all your headlines mixed with some daily market analysis. I'm Elio Trades, and your FUD TV Daily Update starts now. Welcome back, FUD Nation. Now, if you want to check it out, I'm wearing a Bitcoin B embroidery logo with the wings. We've got this product live in our store at FUD Clothing. Little plug there. We've got a whole new line of merch and cool embroidered stuff coming to the web store, fudclothing.com. So check that out if you guys like Bitcoin and crypto stuff. On to the news. So as we can see, Bitcoin is still down almost 2% on the day. And like I was saying, my prediction, or what I understand to be the sort of bottom point, obviously this can stop before that, but what I understand to be the true support is 5,800 to 6,000, which would mean that we have quite a ways to fall here, even on the Bitcoin price. And as Bitcoin falls tremendously, we just know that it drains the alts. That's how it's been going. So I do see some resilience here among a bunch of altcoins, which by the way, fell harder than Bitcoin, right? So you had a lot of these altcoins falling many percent more than Bitcoin, and now they're returning. But the question is, have they really returned? Look at their week charts over here. You're seeing that most of this is a story of steady decline. There's a little bit of resilience here today, but you can see it's not even, on a lot of these charts, the spike back isn't even barely making up for a lot of the losses that have been suffered throughout the week. I know that this the week has been one of sort of doom and gloom. We're resetting our sort of total market cap. We've just been ebbing and flowing here. We haven't really been able to break and penetrate this $500 billion mark. We got up to 470. That was where we got to on March 5th, right before we got slapped down. And wouldn't you know it, we got up to almost the exact same total market cap, 470, before getting slapped down again. So that seems to be our resistance here, is the sort of 470 total market caps. We're still sagging. We're in this channel, and we're now headed back towards to test these lows of 249 billion, the low 240 billions, even 230s I think it got into. I do believe that the dip is going to reverse course like it always does, and that's why I'll be accumulating. But again, not financial advice. I encourage you guys to always manage your own portfolio. And if you are nervous, of course, there's always True USD and Tether, which are stable options. Moving on to our lead news out of the day, we have word that Coinbase has just announced Coinbase Pro, which is adding a ton more features, and they just acquired Paradex. They're going to make this service available to customers outside the United States. There's no regulatory clarity yet on what securities and certain types of tokens will be classified as, what this means to investors, so on and so forth. So Coinbase is making this service now available. They don't want to miss out on all this amazing exchange game that's happening around the world. They see decentralized exchanges coming. The writing's on the wall. The question is, how are they getting involved? And it looks like this is their move. They're going to set up a DEX with a lot more coins on it, and then they're going to allow essentially customers outside the US to use it, allowing for them to get their fingers in the sort of exchange game that's much more expansive than just their four sort of Coinbase coins, their sort of boring top four, if you will. So Coinbase Pro is just an evolution of GDAX. And like I was saying, Paradex is going to be a relay platform into Coinbase Pro, which according to their blog will let customers trade hundreds of tokens directly from their wallets, which would markedly expand the types of cryptocurrencies which customers have access to through Coinbase. Though, of course, this service is not going to be available to customers within the US, as I explained, for regulatory reasons, but hopefully this will soften up, and this could be the beginning of Coinbase really being that funnel for us to get any coins we want. You know, who doesn't want the best decentralized exchange technology? We're all looking forward to that, and if Coinbase supplies it and gets it okayed with the regulators, then I think we're all in a better boat. The Bitcoin Gold Network was hit with a 51% attack this week, which essentially means that a hacker got control of over 50% of the hashing power and was able to make double spends, meaning they were sending one transaction to one wallet and then reversing the transaction and sending it to another wallet. And instead of the network rejecting this, they had control of the hashing power. So the hackers were just accepting these false transactions. Essentially what we have here is an example of a classic 51% attack. At the time of filming this, Bitcoin Gold is the 26th largest cryptocurrency on the market. Exchanges lost millions over this, and this is just an example of really the worst kind of situation for cryptocurrency when the entire money supply is called into question. That's the worst case scenario. We need to resolve this, and I wish I could say it was the only 51% attack that's happened this week. We had Verge. I guess it wasn't a 51% attack, but Verge was hit this week as well. We need to address cryptography as a fundamental resource here. If our cryptography and our fundamental resources as to securing the monetary supplies within this industry are not sound, we can never expect for this industry to really take over and replace the current monetary supply. We'd be crazy to. In a little bit more positive news, we have word that Walton Chain is going to be featured on Zero Distance to Blockchain, a new TV show hitting China. Big fans of Walton, I'll be accumulating more on this dip. And we have word that Ashton actually donated $4 million on behalf of XRP Ripple while he was on the Ellen DeGeneres show. As we're seeing here, Ripple just knows how to pour on the positive press, and they have so much money, so much of this XRP funny money that they're just throwing it around, creating as much positive goodwill around their project as they can. Many people within the cryptocurrency community kind of regard them as the Death Star, so they definitely need as much good press as they can get, and they're really turning and leaning heavily on celebrities now with Ellen and Ashton Kutcher. They also have Snoop Dogg. They've been pushing this, trying to become a sort of culturally integrated product. We'll see how successful they are. I don't know. We'll see if they can buy that, but time will tell. We'll keep you updated. And the UN has signed an MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding, indicating that they will be working in partnership with the blockchain Iota. We're obviously fans of any project that is attacking problems affecting large swaths of people across the globe, and this is certainly one of them. So props to Iota and props to the UN for exploring blockchain and trying to make our world a better place with it. We have word that the Monero lead developer, Fluffy Pony, has just unveiled a layer 2 solution called Terry. The open source project Terry, running on top of Monero, will make it possible for the program to issue non-fungible assets like loyalty points, in-game assets, concert tickets, all over the blockchain, and the function is very similar to the ERC-721 function of the Ethereum network, for example, crypto kitties, like these crypto collectibles. Spagni elaborated, saying, "I'm drawing from my experience to build something on top of Monero and to create a modern digital assets focused protocol that leverages the Rust programming language. We have the resources to expand Monero's world-class developer community, and I look forward to launching and stewarding the next generation protocol that is truly useful." I don't know if this is coming from a desire to be more than just Monero, but we all know, or I at least believe, that Riccardo Spagni is one of the leading voices in cryptocurrency, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced his last name, but Fluffy Pony is easier to say, and Fluffy Pony is definitely a leader, a great voice. He's not so easily bribed. Jihan Wu tried to bribe him, and I think that he is one of the better leaders we have in our industry, certainly one of the thought leaders that I look to. I'm always appreciative when he puts out statements. I'm definitely very interested in the crypto assets, digital non-fungible assets world. I think that it's going to come to occupy a big portion of cryptocurrency. So I'm curious to whether this is going to be a very privacy-focused thing or whether this is just built on Monero. I want more details, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated as I learn them. And we've heard that The Key's president has been appointed as the chief technical specialist at the World Blockchain Organization. I mean, how much more legitimacy do you want? The Key's partnerships, their leadership team. I can't believe that this project is valued so low. I'm very excited, going to pick up more Key during this dip. And yeah, I'm just looking for this project to do a lot of work in the identity and sort of records keeping industries. I'm very, very excited, and seeing more appointments from their team, their core leadership team, to positions of importance within the blockchain industry and within the Chinese government, all very bullish signs. And we have word that the Department of Justice is looking into Bitcoin and Ethereum price manipulation. All we can say is, please get to the bottom of this, because all of us in the market are really sick of feeling like there are some whales creating waves here that we just can't understand why they're swimming in the directions they're swimming. We all want a more logical, more fundamentally driven market that's based on business fundamentals, certainly not on manipulation, and we know that there are whales causing waves in one direction or the other. That's how this has been working. So hopefully we can put an end to that. Maybe this will help, maybe it won't. We'll keep you guys updated for sure. And the Federal Reserve has put a hypothetical price on Bitcoin based on the price or the total cost of resources required to mine a Bitcoin at current values is about $1,800. Really, that puts in energy cost on the mining process, the creation of Bitcoin. And if you're basing the price of Bitcoin on the mining price, then that for sure guarantees that Bitcoin's going to go up to millions of dollars in the future, because unless we change the proof of work algorithm, the cost of mining Bitcoin by the year 2030 is going to be insane. It's going to be so expensive to mine a single coin, and you better believe they'll still be mining them. It's almost guaranteed then that McAfee's prediction of Bitcoin being worth more than $1 million by the end of 2020, that's January 1, 2021. That's actually quite a bit of time, and I believe that that's absolutely going to happen because the price of mining each Bitcoin, especially as we're going to have a halvening. We're going to have the halvening in the middle of 2020, which is going to make the price of mining any Bitcoin exponentially more expensive, or actually double the price. It's going to cut down the supply of Bitcoins mined with each block down in half. So if the Federal Reserve is right that we should be basing our pricing of Bitcoin on electricity, even if $1,800 might seem a little low right now, that lends itself to an absolutely astronomical price in the future, in my humble opinion. So while this might seem a little bit bleak, in my opinion, this kind of a lens actually lends itself to a much more expansive view of what Bitcoin's price could be. Obviously, if you guys enjoy this content and you're not subscribed to this channel, we encourage you to hit that subscribe button and don't be afraid to hit that bell notification so you're made aware whenever we put out new content. Obviously, it's never over between us. Let's move this down to the comments. Let's keep talking about this dip, all the different strategies that we're going to use to get through it, and all the things that we're excited about for the future of cryptocurrency. I'm Elio Trades, you're watching FUD TV, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode.